Hello, mate.
G'day, Lee. How you going?
Oh, look at you. You've brought lunch.
Sorted, mate. All ready to go.
Finally, he's done something good, everybody.
Over.
That's a head you could not forget. Aaron Habgood. Let's go fishing, bud. The great thing about having Aaron on the boat is I can let someone else drive for a while. He's heading us down towards Port Phillip Heads, and we're going to run down off a place called Torquay. A lot of surfers might know that part of the world. But what makes this spot so good is we're going to fish an artificial reef. And it's the largest fisheries funded artificial reef in Victoria. And it was funded mainly from recreational fishing licenses. Just over $1 million of recreational anglers' money was put into this. There was just under $500,000 of state money put into it. And this fisheries initiative is absolutely wonderful. It's a huge system of large concrete blocks that weigh up to 10 tonne each. And what this is going to do is create environment for fish and species in the water, but it also creates environment for us as anglers to enjoy. The shape of these huge concrete blocks causes breaks and swirls in the current and will certainly attract your snapper and your gummy sharks and species like that, which is what we're hoping to find today. But during the warmer months, it will also hold kingfish, it will bring sharks, potentially mulloway. It's just a great thing. There's already a few reefs in Port Phillip Bay close to shore. Some of them are accessible for land-based anglers, and there's also a system of small ones through some of the Gippsland estuaries. But this offshore one is a huge movement forward for us as recreational anglers. Why? Because this is helping our Target 1 Million project. The Target 1 Million is to get 1 million anglers fishing in Victoria by 2020. This is really exciting, and I'm really looking forward to fishing this piece of water, and I really hope that you guys also get out here and do it too. Alright, sound is set up and we are rolling straight towards the Torquay artificial reef. I'm really excited to see what it looks like on the Simrad. Look at this is just incredible. Stacks and stacks of bait, and it's what it's all about. The artificial reef brings the bait, makes the habitat, which brings the predators. Now, Aaron, as far as it goes for fishing on this structure, we're not going to fish on it, are we?
Nah, just off it. If you fish on it, Lee, you'll go through a lot of bait. Obviously, the pickers and all the leather jackets hold on it. So we'll push off it a little bit, and we'll try and pick off some gummies and some snapper, which are obviously lurking for that reason.
Yeah, they sit around those outside
100%.
edges of it.
Exactly right.
Beautiful. Let's get this anchor in. I'm excited.
Sounds good.
All right, we're down. Where do you go? Speedy Gonzalez. As always, I cannot fish offshore without the snapper snatcher. Such a good piece of gear, nice and bright. It literally attracts the fish, but the trick is, as I've said before too, if you watch Fishing Edge, keep the bait small, keep it snack size so the fish can just come in and engulf it in one go. That 6.0 KL is nice and free. Fish just comes in and goes whoomp, and you get a really good hookup rate. I would say, Aaron, snapper, what do you reckon?
I don't know, they've come through here, Lee. They're not bad fish either,
yeah, bouncing around. Like, this is a massive bait. This was a huge chunk of salmon. When you're fishing reef and people think snapper, they think, you know, getting right up on it. But if you want good snapper, they're always around the edge. That's where you get your rubble and stuff like that. And they just hang around the edges. These aren't bad fish, mate. It's a great fish. Oh, and he's got it on the burley pot. No.
I'll give you a hand.
No, you're right, mate. I'm all good. I'm all good. He's sort of...
That's an absolute quality snapper.
That is... I am really happy with that. And I'll tell you what, the easiest way to fix this whole...
I might get you to grab this for me, Lee.
...situation is for me to...
Actually, it's not as big as I thought he was.
Snip that off. Dive on that. Look at that. That is a cracking snapper, mate.
I'll lift your fish up, Lee, because it's a bit bigger.
You pick that one up and look at that. That was a huge bait, Aaron. That was that massive chunk of salmon. And look at that hook on, if you spin him round, that hook on the other side, that KL. We just say it every time, but circle hooks, they just...
Oh, they're always big bait. You keep it well presented, and No worries on these fish.
That's
They're
awesome.
Beautiful fish though, ocean fish.
Look at that, and that's it, isn't it? Those big ocean fish, you got the big white belly, come from out here.
And they're going to come through. We've got the burley out, and I'm tipping. Actually, look at the fish coming through. So we're in for another couple of chances.
I'm going to drop a jig
I might
down.
get this down and
We'll keep him
get
for
some
dinner.
baits. Well, yeah, I wouldn't mind keeping one for tea.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
cool. There we go. And this is my Port Phillip Bay snapper rod, my Crystal Power Tip 701 SSL. It's nice and light. It's perfect for this stuff. One of the new Rapala R-type reels, and they've been just so good. And they are just made for catching fish just like that. And as always, every time we're bait fishing, Black Magic hooks. The KL has gone 3 from 3 on these snapper. 30-pound rainbow braid. I reckon we might find another couple here, mate.
Bloody oath.
Get this guy on ice too, and I'm looking forward to a feed of early season snapper. So what I've got here is 30-pound Black Magic rainbow braid, 60-pound tough trace, and the rig, very simple. It's a short paternoster with a 7.0 Black Magic KL hook. To make this work the best way, some people are going to go, how? What? I'm going to use the front half of this salmon, and as all we are going to do is pin that once like that, that hook sticking beautifully out of that bait. Any fish that comes along is not going to have any problem in having that hook find its mark in the corner of the jaw. To get a little bit more smell coming out of the bait, I could leave it whole, but I'm just going to get it and I'm going to just knock the back half or third off it, and we're going to send that straight down, and that's just going to sit there and bounce up and down off the bottom. It's a deadly bait for a lot of species. There we are. Too easy. How's that? 3 shots at that, whether it was the same fish or another one. That's why it pays to sometimes not be too hasty if you miss a fish or whatever, to wind your bait in. Fishing nice hard baits here, squid and bits of Australian salmon. And so they stay on the hook really well. This isn't a big fish, but this is so good. And this is what this reef and Target 1 million's all about, because I tell you what, if coming offshore here in Bass Strait and going to a place like this Torquay reef doesn't inspire people to go out there and get involved in fishing to catch snapper, whether they're this big or 10 kilos, well, I give up. I'm going to throw a jig, Aaron. He's going to go back. All right, while we're in sort of 25 metres of water, I'm going to go to one of my favourite rigs. A 2-hook snelled rig, DX hook there, and one of the C points just there. Tiny ball sinker, some 20-pound fluorocarbon leader on my light Port Phillip Bay outfit. It's a Crystal Power Tip 701 SL, an adroit reel, and some 8-kilo Black Magic mono, and a big fresh squid tentacle. I'm going to cast this out, and it's just going to float down through the water column, because quite often the big snapper will sit up quite a few metres higher than the fish on the bottom, which are often smaller. I love this, fresh bait. Don't worry about the hooks being up the top. He will suck this in like a piece of spaghetti. Now, Aaron, being on around this structure, this is going to be prime ground for school sharks too, isn't it?
Oh, well, we've been getting some quality school sharks out here, not just myself. A mate of mine got one just not far off here today, so.
Okay. Wow.
Told you it was me good mate.
Hang on, I've got to show people this though, because we go, oh, that's a dirty draft board shark. But one thing that you do see on Facebook and Instagram often is people saying, I caught this thing, what is it? That's called a draft board shark, and right in saying, Aaron, you know it's cold water when these guys are around in numbers.
Oh, 100% our winter.
Yeah.
They eat all me good old salmon chunks to put down, as you can see
now.
there. And you know what? They never swallow it.
Don't they?
Nah, very rarely.
Bang, makes life so much easier. I'm going to actually throw him a little bit that way, because otherwise he'll swim straight down and tangle up in the other lines. There you go, mate, that's ready for another fish.
Oh, cheers.
Oh,
Better one, Lee?
I don't know, mate. It's like he hasn't woken up yet. Decent head shakes. We were honestly driving out here going, oh, look, if we can catch a gummy or a snapper, we'll be happy. Little did we know this was going to happen.
I was hoping it happened.
Mate, it all just comes down to one very simple thing.
That's a good fish, Lee.
Here's a nice one. One very simple thing. A bit of structure attracts the bait, and a bit of structure attracts fish like this snapper here. I think we've collected the floater,
That's
mate.
why I thought it was getting a bite.
Yeah.
He's hooked pretty
Beautifully. Look at that.
There he goes, another nice fish,
Has the
Lee.
colour on it. That's awesome. Oh,
He's actually quite dark for an ocean fish, to be honest with you.
He is, isn't he? He just looks really good in that afternoon light. I think the other thing we may have in our favour is that tomorrow...
Oh, Lee, look behind you, mate. Oh, that rod's on.
That'll be,
it's still
I'll
on.
fix this, you take that. I think tomorrow, the other thing we've got happening is a huge front coming. It's going to go about 4 or 5 metres out here, 30 knots of wind. And these snapper will be feeding up before that barometer crashes. So it's a bit of a tip. If you see some weather coming or no weather's coming, get out there because these guys will have a chew. So will a lot of species. What happened, mate?
I don't know, he dropped it. I thought he was there. It was going well.
Not much of a fisherman. Aaron's just getting some baits back in the water. I just thought I'd take 5 seconds to show you what we use when I'm bait fishing. Really simple. I've got a range of different leaders, 30 pound, 60 pound tough trace, and 20 pound fluorocarbon in this case, which I'm using on my floating or lightly weighted bait. And when it comes to my hooks and stuff, I don't have a huge box of hooks because they all do tend to get wet. Even just wet fingers can cause stuff to rust. So I just have a little shallow trade plano box like this and a range of hooks. I've actually, you know, I had 8/0 circles, 7/0 circles. I've used them. I've got more in the front, but I haven't got heaps of hooks so that if they do get wet and go rusty or whatever, I'm not going to be throwing out stacks and stacks. But it's nice and simple. DXs, KSs, KLs, swivels, we're in business.
Was that the floating bait again?
Yeah, it is, mate. Just works so well. So good.
Was that the calamari ring that you wanted to use? No, I didn't mention that.
Yeah, I know. I always find calamari rings work well down here because I fish here all the time.
Yeah. Well, you probably will now.
I will, mate. Best thing about this, Aaron, it's no secret spot. You can jump on the fisheries website, or we put the numbers up through the show, but you jump on the fisheries website and it's actually got the GPS numbers of this Torquay reef. So everybody can come down here and enjoy what is a pretty phenomenal fishery. And the big thing will be, Aaron, too, this will hold some beautiful kingfish during the warmer months, won't it?
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
That, I think, Aaron, is about as good a way as you could imagine to finish what has been a very, very short but sweet session. Picked him up at 1 o'clock with some fish and chips. It's now 3:55.
Yeah, I don't even know, yeah.
And I think we can just about head home. Do yourselves a favour, get offshore into Bass Strait, check out this Torquay reef and all the other great stuff that's going on, because Victoria's Target 1 Million project, let me tell you, the boys are doing some wonderful stuff and you can get out here and catch fish like this. If you want to learn about Bass Strait too, give this boy a call, Aaron from Red's Fishing Adventures. He'll teach you a thing or two about calamari rings and how to grow a beard.